хотела, чтобы я рассказывала на русском. Okay, no problem. So, today I want to tell you about the words that a lot of IT guys say incorrectly. So, the title of my presentation is going to be Pronounce It or Pronounce IT, whichever you like. So, the first word I want to talk to you about is this one. What is it?
Code.
Okay, I see that you have prepared, you have come prepared. So yes, this word is code. So it's not code, okay? It is code. And first of all, I want to ask you, like, why is it important for us to say code, not code? People will understand, right? Why should we do this? No ideas? Absolutely? Okay, so на секундочку перейду на русский и скажу вам слово, которое вы все знаете. Это слово «информация». Что я сказала?
Информация.
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 Yes, so. Okay, but you understood me. I'm glad that you did. But tell me, if I spoke like that in Russian, would you think that I'm like a normal person? Probably you would not. So probably you would think that I'm strange or that I have some strange ideas or, you know. So let's learn to pronounce these words correctly so that our customers and colleagues do not think that we are, you know, a bit strange. So, what is this word? HTML, right? Okay, or HTML or something like that. No, it's actually HTML. So if we have a word which is basically the first letters of a big, like a number of words, right? So we usually say all of the letters as they are in the alphabet. So it's HTML. So, do you know this word?
Query.
Any other ideas?
Query.
Query, any other ideas? So yeah, this is query. It is not a query. Seriously, like maybe a year ago I also thought that it's a query, you know. But actually, yeah, it's a query. And how do we say this word?
Archive.
Yeah, so usually, well, there are cases when CH together are pronounced as K, and this is one of those cases, so this is an archive. And
Focus.
Fuck.
that is another reason why you should learn to say these words. So, any other ideas? Is it focus?
Yeah.
Focus. Yeah, good idea. Well, not really. So it is actually focus. So we need to say the word focus. And when you are focused, you're not focused, really. You are focused. So the next word is.
Command.
Any other ideas?
Command.
How do I know the difference between this word and a comment that we write? No ideas. Okay, so actually it's the word command, you were right. So it is a command, and we can command someone to do something. It is not command, please. It is not command. And what's this word?
Angular.
Other ideas? How do people usually say it?
Angular GS.
GS? Is it? So, it's angular. It's angular, and just in case it's JS, as far as I know. So, we all use it. How do we call it?
The internet.
The internet.
The.
So you actually think that the reason why we have this slide is the article, right? No, it's not. So, it's the internet. Okay? It's not the internet, like we say in Russian. It's the internet. And about the and the, yeah, sometimes people say the internet, but we don't have to do that. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. So, the next word I want to talk about is...
IE.
Bullshit.
Well, they say it's getting better, you know. So actually, it is IE, right? And yeah, because it's I and E in the alphabet. And this is...
Leg.
Do you use this word a lot? Leg. The leg is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it is not lug, like you would like to say it. It is lag. Okay? It is not leg, so we need to open our mouth more, it's lag. Like the difference between bad and bed, yeah? That's the same difference between leg and lag. So, how do we say this?
Specific.
Particular.
Any other ideas? Have you ever heard
Concrete.
ideas like this concrete issue? Probably you've heard it, but it is not concrete. Concrete is beton. Okay? So, this is specific. It is not specific, as a lot of you like to say it. It is specific. Alright? And, what is this?
Error.
Error.
How do a lot of people say it?
Error.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's error. And it's not even error. It is not. It is an error. Okay? So, like when we say this part, we don't really say the O. Okay? It's error. And this is a fatal error. Okay? So, I think I've actually told this story to a lot of people. There was a guy who came to a job interview, and they asked him, like, so do you know PHP? And he said, no. And they said, well, it's on your CV. And he said, oh, PHP, yeah, sure, I know PHP. So, yeah, it's PHP. Yeah, just in case. And what is this?
Reset.
Just because you said it, especially for you, I knew that you would say it. I'm a mind reader, so it is not reset, it is reset. Is it reset or reset?
Reset.
Maybe both options? Well, usually people say reset, yeah, but sometimes as an adjective, like a reset button, we can say that it's reset. But, you know, it's just one idea. So, what is this?
Access.
Access? 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 Or access? Or access? Or assess? A lot of options. So, basically there are two options. Both of them are okay. One of them is a noun, one of them is a verb. And the first one is access, and the second one is access. So you can have access to a file, or you can access the file. If you say assess, you are like conducting an assessment. So you're maybe evaluating something, thinking like how good it is.
Launch.
Maybe lounge? No? Never said lounge in your life? Okay, so it is launch. There are a lot of situations in English when an A, U together become an O, and this is a very good example of that. So it's launch. Can you see? Yeah, it's okay. So what is this?
Domain.
Do and main, right? Well, not really. So it's a domain. Okay, so we don't really say do and then main. It's a domain.
Hibernate.
You're not very brave today, are you? So, it is hibernate. Okay, so we hibernate. Actually, do you know what hibernate means in real life outside these walls? Yeah, so bears hibernate during the winter, for example. And what is this word? Let's read the letters that are there. So, any other ideas? So it is actually umbraco, just in case. And what is it? Do you know? Guys, what is it?
Дотеп. CMS.
Okay. So, and yeah.
API.
Yeah, sure. API, right. So it is API, as we all probably already know. And tell me, is it just API? Is it an API? Is it the API?
It depends.
Depends on?
The
Context.
On your mood? So, actually, could it be just API?
No.
No ideas. Okay, so, yeah, it can't be just API because it's an interface, right? And interface is a noun and it's singular, so we can say one interface, two interfaces, and so on. So we can't have just API. It is either an API or the API, okay? Right, it is CSS. And
Python.
Py what?
Python.
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 Yes, it is Python. So like a pie, yeah? By the way, do you know that the number 3.14 blah 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 is actually also pi? Have you ever heard of that? So yeah, it's Python, maybe it's gonna help you. So, what are these? So there's heaven, right? There are angels there, and down there, there are demons. So this is actually demon tools. Well, demons who are down there, they're like different, spelled differently, but still demon. And this is, it is Ajax, right, Ajax. Please, not Ajax, please. So, what is this? Version. I'm glad that it's ver, not ver. I am glad, but actually it is version. And a lot of times when we have something er in the beginning of the word, so like version, like ver, it's going to be not an e, but an like I used our Russian symbol because it will make your life easier, so it's version. This is, I almost said it. I almost said that this word is word, so it is word. And by the way, we live in a huge, big world. It is not a world, okay? World, word, and so on. If you say this word as ward, do you know what ward means?
Yeah. A stick of some magician.
That's a wand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a wand. Okay. But a ward, like W-A-R-D, it's pronounced as ward, and it is one of the rooms in a hospital. So, this is virtual. Virtual. Okay? This is
Trial.
Is it a trial? Let's try to say trial. Is it easy?
No.
It's a ch actually, so it's a trial. And there are a lot of situations. Well, if you say it just without looking there, you're gonna say a ch, really. So when you say the word, what is дерево in English?
Tree.
Tree? Can we say tree? It's actually a tree. You just never thought about it. Trial, tree. When we have a T before an R, it usually becomes a ch. And by the way, when we have a D before an R, let's try to say вести машину in English. Is it derive or drive? It is actually a j, drive. So, this is,
Keyboard.
I'm very glad that it is a key, not a K. So, it is a key and a keyboard. It is share, right? And both? Both. Okay, no. So it's control. Okay? Control.
What about now?
Control. You need to, be in control. So, it is an item, okay? And it is actually not an item. We don't really say the t, because here we have a T between two vowels, an I and an E. And so the T tries to become a D. It's not an item, but it's somewhere in between. It's an item. Item. So this is a cycle, right? Cycle. And I tried not to use transcriptions because I know that a lot of you can't read them and I can't write them. So I tried to make, some symbols like this. This is a
Resource.
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 Resource. So it's a resource. Resource.
URL.
It's a URL, right, it's a URL. And by the way, it is a URL or the URL, it's never just a URL, okay?
Virus.
Virus. Is it virus?
Yes.
It's virus. Yes, it's virus. Did we have it?
Yeah.
We did, I'm sorry. So, it's command. And this one is communicate.
Communicate.
Communicate, right? So we communicate with each other, but communication. So we communicate, but communication. Row?
Roll.
Actually, it can be a row, but not in our context. A row is spelled the same way, and it's a fight.
Row.
But this one, yeah, in our context, it's a row, and the second word is
Column.
column. It's not a column. Yeah, I know that you don't say the N, like you don't say column, but you do sometimes say column, so it's column. I was pretty much surprised,
Adobe.
really. Yeah, it's Adobe. Yeah, it's Adobe, it's not Adobe. And do you know what Adobe is?
Dreamer.
For sure.
Dreamer.
Yeah, it's a kind of clay. Yeah, it is a company now, but it's actually a kind of clay. So it's Adobe.
Suit.
Suit. Actually, I can't see anyone here wearing a suit because this is sweet. Okay? Sweet. Like, you know, the taste, sweet. A suit is without an E over here. And a suit is what you wear, what you don't wear to work. So, it's a header because this is your head, right? So it's a header. Install, right? It's not install, okay? It's install. So it's down almost because it's load. Download and upload. And very often OA, like this, OA together, they are like O. So for example, it's not a rod, it's a road. Okay, it's not a boat, it's a boat. And download and upload.
Chrome.
Chrome, yeah?
Chrome.
Yeah, it's Chrome. It's Chrome.
Technical.
Okay, it's technical. So this is a tech talk. Okay.
Process.
Process or process? Which one?
Process.
Noun, verb.
It depends on the context. One of them is a noun, the other one is a verb, but it's not a process, okay? It's a process.
Guide.
Glad to hear it. So, guide.
Manual.
Manual, okay? So, manual. I see my influence. I'm happy. So it's an email. Not email, it's an email. And when you say that you wrote an email to someone, you emailed them. You didn't email them, okay? You emailed them.
Support.
Support? Noun, verb. So it's support. Support. And it's not support, okay? It's support.
Front-end.
Do we have any front-end developers? I hope we don't because it's front-end, okay? Front-end developers. So we log in, and in the past we,
Log in.
okay, maybe we logged in? No?
Log.
So we logged in, and we say it like this, logged in, okay? We put the stress on the in, and it's basically like one word. We logged in.
Merge.
Merge, right, and it's the yo again, the merge.
Server.
Server. And by the way, if you want to sound American, everywhere where you have an R, you say it. Okay? So if you're British, you would say something like server, maybe. But if we want to sound American, we say sir and ver. Okay? Double R.
Services.
Service. Demo.
Demo.
So it's a demo. Okay? It's a but not mo, but mo. Okay? Demo.
Purchase.
Purchase.
It's a purchase. And to purchase something.
Someone.
So, what is this?
Function. Functionality.
Okay, so it's fun, right? It's very fun. So it's like fun. It is a function and functionality.
Category.
There's a cat, right? We have a cat, so it's a category. There's a reason why I underlined the K and the N. So tell me please, when you say k, yeah? Do your vocal cords work when you say k? Is it voiced or unvoiced? Unvoiced. In Russian it's глухой звук. Okay? So your vocal cords are relaxing when you say k. And because we are pretty lazy creatures by nature, when we say an unvoiced sound, after that we don't want to turn on our vocal cords again, so we say checked. Okay? We say t at the end, but an N, yeah? N. Try. It's voiced. Yeah? N. And that's why, again, we're pretty lazy. We don't want to turn off the vocal cords, so we say d. So it's designed, but checked. Okay? And it is never, ever designed and checked. Okay? So it's checked and designed. And this one is reviewed. Reviewed. Google?
Sheets.
Well, it's actually sheets. So Google Sheets. And it's a different vowel. Yeah, I can make it long, I can make it short, it doesn't matter. I make it long to emphasize, right? So I can say sheets, or I can say sheets, very like a short syllable, but it's still going to be different, okay? You can think anything you want about Google, but it's Google Sheets, okay? So, what is this? And what does it mean?
Количество.
Verb.
Количество, it's amount.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sure.
So to count is a verb, and I know that in your code, you write count and it means the amount, but actually count is a verb. This is,
Pattern.
it's a pattern. Okay, it's a pattern. Maybe data? Yeah, it's a data. Well, actually, it's not a data, it's just data. So, source. Okay, we had the word resource. This is just source.
Patch.
It's a patch, it's not a punch, okay? It's not a patch or whatever. It's a patch. You know I'm looking at you, right?
Yes.
So it's
Factoring.
refactoring, okay. Never mispronounce this word. This is
Hosting.
Hosting.
hosting. Right, hosting.
Automation. Automatic.
Okay, so remember AU are often like an O, so it's automatic and automation. It's not AU, never, ever. This is
Audio.
audio. Yeah, okay, so it's audio. Audio file. And just in case, it is not an MP3 player, it is an MP3 player. Just in case. So, yeah, it's a tab.
Module.
Any other ideas?
No.
Module. Ju or you?
Ju.
Who thinks Ju? Who thinks you? Who doesn't think? So, actually both are possible. One of them is British, one of them is American. So, the module version is British version, by the way, and module is American, but both are valid.
Specification.
Hmm?
Specification.
Specification, I heard it. So it's specification, okay? So, and it's specification, actually.
Status.
It's status. And a T between two vowels tries, but seriously can't become a D. So it's a status. It's not a status, it's not a status, it's a status.
Authentication.
Authentication.
So, yes, it's an O, okay? And then it's not an S, it's a th. So it's authentication. Authentication. It's an event. And this is an
Image. Image.
Image. Ever wondered where the Russian word image came from? And that's the end. Thank you very much for joining me today, and got it? Hopefully. And if you want, the video and the presentation will be online for you to check out whenever you want to. So, thank you very much.